Hello everyone, a very good morning to all of you. Today I am going to start Geography chapter 3, Our Changing Earth. Now, this class totally focuses on the evolution of landforms. When we talk about evolution on landforms, there are two basic ways under which we classify movement of earth. They can be either exogenic forces or endogenic forces. So now let's start the chapter with earthquake. Do you ever hear this word earthquake? I know every one of you must hear this word earthquake. Also, you all faced recently earthquake, isn't? A major earthquake shock a part of the earth causing major destruction. A volcanic eruption engulfed a part of a town with a spread of red hot lava. The killer waves of tsunami submerged and wiped off some coastal areas. So, all these are the things which are very important for the changing of earth. You must have read in newspaper or seen on the television about nature's fury. These are sudden changes that occur on the earth's surface, and these are due to sudden movements that originate within the earth. On the other hand, the long geological history of the earth shows that mountains and plateaus are rising, plains are being built up, and seafloor is spreading. So, as a result, different landforms are being formed. So, in this chapter, this is our basic information. All these make it clear that our planet Earth is dynamic in nature. Dynamic means all the time it will change. It behaves like a living mobile thing. In the previous chapter, you studied that the face of the earth is continuously changing due to internal and external forces. Millions of years of geological change has modeled the present face of the earth as we see today. Even now, as you are reading this chapter, some changes are taking place in some part of the earth. So, there is a continuous evolution of the landforms on the earth. The evolution of landforms has been taking place due to two type of forces. As we already discussed, endogenic forces and exogenic forces. Let's know about it one by one. First of all, endogenic forces. During the past 50 years, modern technology has provided much new information. Earth scientists have put forward to the view that the earth crust is not a continuous block. That means it consists of several large and small, rigid, irregularly shaped plates which carry continents and the ocean floor. These slabs are moving or drifting in relation to each other by about 2.5 centimeter to 5 centimeter each year. So these crustal slabs are called tectonic or lithospheric plates. Now, the heat and pressure from the earth's molten magma causes convection currents. These generate forces that cause movement of plates, and this theory is known as plate tectonic. Okay, don't get confused about this theory. This is plate tectonic, and the heat and pressure from the earth's molten magma causes convection current, and this generates forces that cause movements of the plates. Okay, look at this figure, evolution of landforms. Earth movements divided into two parts, endogenic forces and exogenic forces. Look at this, endogenic forces and exogenic forces. Let's discuss later part of the chapter. Okay, in my next class I will explain you all more about endogenic forces and exogenic forces. Okay, thank you.